Welcome back to Big Red Weekly, everybody. My name's Daniel, and let's get right back to it. So today I have my prediction for the Milwaukee Bucks and Atlanta Hawks series, which starts tomorrow, I believe. If I have that correct, I'll look here in a second. But I don't think this is going to be a disappointing series at all. I don't think this series is going to go seven, but obviously I'll get into that at the end. So let's start off with actually, I'll go ahead and get it out of the way. I have the Bucks in six. Now, I will explain that with I was trying to think about this earlier because I was really kind of hesitant on whether to make this video because obviously Atlanta wasn't even favored in the Philadelphia series, but obviously here they are, game seven, they ended up winning. So here they are in the Western Conference Finals. I think if I were the Bucks, I would tell Drew Holiday, I don't care if you have an inefficient series, scoring the ball, shooting the three again like you did in the who did Milwaukee just beat in the Brooklyn series? I'd say if Drew Holiday can put all his energy into defending Trae Young, which I think would be interesting. I think these teams match up not super well, but semi decently. Now, obviously, you have Trey Bogdanovich and Kevin Huerter as your main as your backcourt for Atlanta. I think Drew Holiday would end up getting matched up with Trae Young. Who else? Who starts? How does that? So then Chris Middleton. I would end up putting Chris Middleton on Kevin Huerter. How else? Giannis on. I don't know. PJ Tucker, or no, probably Chris Middleton on Bogdanovich, and then perhaps PJ Tucker on Kevin Huerter. More than likely, somewhere like that, and then Giannis would pick up John Collins. While it kind of depends on how the Bucks kind of want to run this, and they obviously started Brook Lopez in against against Brooklyn. Now you're going to face similar issues. Now Brook Lopez had a few of those games where he wasn't able to step up on the pick and roll, which you're going to definitely see a lot of in this game because obviously with Atlanta they set the a high screen for Trae Young, so for him to just come off, for him to just do what he's got to do. Brook Lopez is going to have to step up. I'm not too sure how great he's going to be in this series because at least with Kevin Durant, obviously while he's quick, Trae Young's definitely quicker. So Brook Lopez might struggle a lot in this series. I honestly would probably end up throwing Giannis at the five, maybe bringing in like Pat Connaughton or Bryn Forbes or something to maybe counter some of the minutes that they're gonna have to play for shooting guard or small forward because you're gonna end up moving Giannis to center, PJ Tucker probably to power forward. Then obviously you have Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and then whoever else you kind of want to start throw in there. Probably Pat Connaughton because he ended up playing 23 minutes in that game seven against Brooklyn. But obviously those minutes can be a little bit probably more redistributed to maybe to a 7 or 8 man rotation if need be. They'll probably keep it maybe closer to that 7. The Bucks side of things, I think Giannis could have an amazing series. Now, the Atlanta Hawks don't have the best lineup to really contend with him. They don't have a great wall. But they do have some solid size. John Collins is 6'10", 6'11". Kevin Huerter's 6'7". Clint Capella's 6'10", 6'11". Gallinari's 6'10". Okongwu's like 6'9". So obviously they're not huge by any standard, but together they could definitely make it tough for Giannis if they're all getting their hands in and they're really making it tough. But this is definitely Milwaukee's series to win. Like I said, I have Milwaukee in 6. I think that's pretty realistic. I gotta give a little bit of respect to Atlanta. They've definitely been proving everybody wrong. I think the Knicks series was probably the only series where where you're like, okay, yeah, no, Atlanta could definitely win that series, but they really should have lost to the 76ers. Honestly, probably in more like 5 or 6 games. We won't go into that. Um, However, I think Atlanta is definitely capable of grabbing a game or two off Milwaukee. I don't think this is going to go to 7, unless Giannis has some kind of real big collapse. Because again, Atlanta's not huge, but it's just if they put it all together and they play it right, I think they could. I think they could get some stops. But Chris Middleton's going to have to be ready to, make some buckets. If Brook Lopez plays, he's going to have to hit his shots. Pat Connaughton, Bryn Forbes, whoever ends up coming off the bench or starting. Obviously, I don't know how Milwaukee's going to play that right at the second, but those guys are just going to have to be ready to hit shots because they were definitely Atlanta was definitely hitting shots in their series. Kevin Huerter's coming off a great game. John Collins had an okay game. Bogdanovich had a horrible game. Gallinari's been playing pretty well, so they're going to have to watch his shooting in this series. But this series is for the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to the finals, and then I think they're going to end up playing my Suns. So that's my prediction for this video. I think this is going to be a great series. I think Atlanta's really going to fight, but I don't think ultimately they're going to stand a strong chance. It's all whether or not, if Trae Young plays well, we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see how the Milwaukee Bucks, do on guarding Trae Young. But other than that, that's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you have in this Milwaukee Bucks Atlanta Hawks series? Again, I'll say it for the third time. I got Bucks in 6. If they win it in less, I won't be super surprised. If they sweep the Hawks, I will actually be a little surprised at that. I think Atlanta can at least take one game. But if Atlanta gets swept, I'll be surprised. If Milwaukee loses this series, I'll actually be pretty surprised. I don't want to underrate the Hawks right now because obviously they've been doing some great things. I think they've had the right attitude. That's why I really was hoping that they'd win against Philly. I think Trae Young has just came out and he's just been balling this playoffs. He's, I think like I said, I just think he has the right attitude. I don't think it's going to be this year, but the Atlanta Hawks future is looking pretty bright. I think they keep all these guys next year. Maybe make a couple improvements here or there. But I think this team's in good hands for the future. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. LA Clippers and Suns game 2 is tomorrow, along with. Did I ever check to see when the series between Atlanta and Milwaukee start? Wednesday. Clippers and Suns tomorrow, game 2 tomorrow on Tuesday, which is when you'll end up seeing this video. And then game 1 for Hawks Bucks on Wednesday. So stay tuned for all those videos. I'll be doing recaps on both of those games. So yeah, like I said, stay tuned. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Positive feedback and constructive criticism are always welcome. Thanks, guys. Have a great time. Appreciate you watching. See ya.